What's up, guys? Amy here, and welcome back to my channel. So, today's video is all about the Little Buddha Tarot editions, both the limited edition and the first edition, otherwise known as the standard edition. And I'm making this video because perhaps the most common question I get is what's the difference between the limited edition and the standard edition? And I just want to talk first a little bit about my inspiration for making the deck and what kind of made me feel confident to take that leap of faith. And that was when I became a mom. I became a first time mom in 2020. And I actually worked on this project all last year, 2021. And then, but the idea was actually birthed in 2020. And well, between 2019 and 2020, because I was pregnant in 2019, but then gave birth in 2020. And I had always wanted to make a tarot deck. I just didn't know what I would focus my idea on. I had so many different ideas, but this one was definitely the idea that was closest to my heart, obviously, because it's inspired by my child. And I just thought it was a lot different from the other tarot decks I've seen so far. And I thought it would be a great addition to the tarot community and kind of have just a different kind of deck. And so here we have the limited edition and the standard edition. And another thing that I wanted to mention is that I did get some hate. I won't say it's a lot. It wasn't really a lot. It may be like a few people, maybe like two or three people who was just kind of showing some hate about um, me making a deck called the Little Buddha Tarot. Um, and I really don't understand, or I don't feel like the deck is disrespectful in any way. And I've gotten so many compliments from people who are Buddhist, um, who do and do not practice tarot. They think the deck is adorable. And so I'm not going to base my life on what two or three people think, right? I'm not going to not put my idea out there or move forward with my work because of what two or three people are saying, or um, what I feel making an issue that is not an issue. And I told you guys this before, but I come from a very diverse family. There are different religions, different cultures, and things and such in my family. And so, me as a person, I kind of mesh culture because I take the bits and pieces from everyone and just kind of make my own culture, which is not a crime. It's my prerogative and it's my right as a mixed person. Uh, at least that's what I think. I didn't choose to be mixed. No one chooses to be any race or ethnicity. I was just born this way. And so I think it's a very positive thing to have your own culture, and that's everyone's right to do so. So I just wanted to say that piece, and then I'll get into the fresh out the box portion. I like to do like the fresh out the box portion when I'm showing the hard copies of my decks. And also, I have to mention that I say this in the beginning of all my videos, but the baby's room is right on top of my workspace. And so you might hear like little footsteps running around or him like throwing his toys around and stuff like that. So I'm so sorry. And the microphone is really sensitive. So um, there's not much I can do about that, but I apologize in advance. That's what the noises that you kind of be hearing in the background. All right, so let's get into the deck. So here we have the limited edition. Here we have the standard edition. There are five differences or nuances between the two. The first is, and the most obvious, the box design. The limited edition has the heart print design, and then the standard or first edition has the cloud design, and that's the first difference. The second difference is that the cards, well, the decks come, the limited edition comes with a booklet, which you'll see here. This is the companion booklet for, and I'm just going to take it out to get out the box so you guys can see. This is the companion booklet for the limited edition, and it does have colored imagery for the majors, and then there are descriptions for the majors, and then for the minors there are keywords. Um, so that's what we have here for the book. I also added some bits about color magic. I know some people are and are not familiar with color magic, but I did add some information about that in there. And then some spreads, the Namaste and Dharma spread. I talk about inspiration, and yeah, that's what I got for the companion booklet. And then the standard edition doesn't have the booklet, it just has the cards. And so the inside of the boxes are fairly similar, except for the wraparound piece here. It's different. We have the scattered star print on the standard edition, and then the more symmetrical star print here on the limited edition. Um, so that is the second difference. So the third difference between editions is that the edging. That's another one that's really obvious. The limited edition here has this teal blue edging, and the standard edition has this like orangey yellow edging. Some people see this color as yellow and some see it as orange, which is like neither here nor there, but it looks like a yellowy orange to me, so I just call it yellowy orange. And that's another difference, and I'm gonna set these aside because these are new copies. All right, and then another difference that is kind of obvious is the back design. So this is the limited edition. They're very similar, but the limited edition has black lines, and then the standard edition, which is kind of hard to see under the light kind of washes it out, but it has like blue lines, the same color blue that's here in the background. And again, they are very similar. They just have a bit of a different feel. This one has more of a softer feel to me, then this one has a little bit more of a bold feel. And then the last difference between the two editions is that the limited edition comes with extra cards. And I did put the extra cards aside here. I put both of the cards aside here just to be able to compare them and show you guys the difference between the two. And sorry, there's a car rolling by there. And then kind of talk about why I wanted to go with two of these particular cards. So we're going to talk more about that as well. And should I do that first or after the flip through? I will do that after. I think that makes more sense. So this copy of the Little Buddha Tarot is my personal copy that I use. So it's out of order. So for that reason, I'm going to flip through the standard edition to show you guys, to provide some commentary, talk about artistic choices and things and such. And another thing I wanted to mention about the limited edition, there are a lot of ways that this deck can be customized because of the 10 extra cards. Um, so there's an extra Fool card, an extra High Priestess card, an extra Empress, Lovers, Justice, Death, the Sun, the World, 10 of Cups, and then the Three Wise Buddhas card, which um, is a favorite for sure. I love this card. Oh my gosh. Everyone loves this card. So those are the differences between the two editions. I'll set the limited edition aside so I can go through card by card here and kind of talk a little bit about the artistic choices. All right, so um, first, I want to talk a little bit about the color with the deck because I really wanted this deck to be vibrant, to feel bright, and I'm all about vibes, like the vibe that I get from the deck. So, um, the reaction that people have been showing, like on YouTube, and some of the positive feedback that I received, it's great to know that people are experiencing what I had intended. And that is just like pure joy when you open up this box and you see like the hearts scattered around and the colors are so bright and vibrant. And it's just like a feel good deck. It was meant to be a hug deck. Excuse me. So the Little Buddha Tarot is something I consider to be a hug deck, even though it does translate more difficult messages. I have gotten kicked in the pants by this deck so many times. Um, but I'll go ahead and get to the artwork. So we have the Fool, and I love this Fool card. I've seen some people talk about how Little Buddha is missing the knapsack that you traditionally see in the Fool, or you see in the traditional Rider Waite Smith, and that was intentional because Buddhists are minimalists, right? And so Little Buddha wouldn't need a knapsack because he's not attached to earthly possessions. And so he wouldn't need a knapsack on his journey because he has everything he needs. And then with the limited edition, you get to choose your companion in the beginning of the deck. So you do have an option to go with the panda or the little lamb or little bison or however you identify this creature here. So you do get to choose your companion in the Fool card. And then again in the Sun card, so put those back over there. The Magician. Oh my gosh. This Magician is just like so flawlessly beautiful. I love it so much. I love that little Ganesh, has four arms holding on to each object from the suits. He's like decked out in jewels. He looks happy. He's like on the lotus flower. I love the floral scenery around the card. I think the color palette for this card is just beautiful. It's so gorgeous, and I love this Magician card so much. Also, Ganesh is known as a remover of obstacles, and so that kind of supports the meaning of the Magician, right? And just having all the tools you need and being a master manifester. So that's the Magician. The High Priestess. This is blue Tara. I wanted to keep the pomegranates in place and the pillars, but I did add some what's it called, like the Big Dipper, and it'll come back to me later. But I did also add the yin yang symbols here on the pillars because I thought it would kind of speak more to that duality. And I think this card definitely gives High Priestess vibes for sure. Then we have the Empress. I talk about this Empress a lot because I really feel connected with the cow energy for the Empress, especially being a mom and like um the cow is kind of revered as the sacred cow. She is full of abundance. Cows are, they literally have milk and they're able to nurture the body with milk. And then of course we have like the veggies and fruits around, some wheat here, and she's got her fan. She's on her little cushion, very relaxed and big Empress energy right here. Here we have the Emperor, and I want to take a second to grab the symbol key that I included in both editions of the deck, just to show you how the symbols correspond with the card and the card meanings. So here for the Emperor, you have the parasol in the Emperor's hand. And then let's take a look at the symbol key. So the parasol symbol represents royalty, status, and wealth. And so I did switch the staff from the original Emperor card with the parasol because it matches with Buddhist symbols. And of course, that supports the theme of the deck. So I felt it was more appropriate to have the parasol. And then we also see Buddha sitting here in lotus pose on the ram, which we know Aries, and the Emperor card is kind of synonymous with Aries, the astrological sign of Aries. And I did want to keep the lemon on there, but I love this Emperor card. And another thing I want to say about the cultural piece, yes, the Little Buddha Tarot is primarily, the theme is primarily Buddhism, but I did add some other symbols from the Golden Dawn because that's what I know of tarot. That's what a lot of us know of tarot. And so I see no issue with meshing the two because it's all symbols that we can identify based on what we know about the tarot. And then my home system, which is the Rider Waite Smith, is the most popular deck in the world. And so, what better way to connect with the deck than to add symbols from the Rider Waite Smith? Hey, hey everyone. Oh, is it not focused? I've been having some trouble with getting it focused. Can you guys see it all? Let me know if you guys can see the images. I hope you can see it. All right, and then next we have the Hierophant, another symbol from the symbol key, the Kakara. And the Kakara symbolizes a calling, awakening. It can be used as a weapon, a rhythmic tool, and it represents high spiritual rank. And I felt like that would be perfect for the Hierophant card. And then you guys can also look into some of these symbols more to gain a even better understanding. You guys are saying that it's blurred. Let me see. Looks okay on my end. Let's see. So tell me how blurred it is on a scale from 1 to 10. Can you see, can you make out the words on the cards? Can you make out the words here? Let me know. Hi. Let me know if you can read the words on the cards, and I'll just keep going in the meantime. All right, so next we got the Lovers. The Lovers, flamingos. I love flamingos, and you can't see the words. Oh, I wonder why. Let me see if I can adjust it at all. Hmm. It's so weird because I can see it on my end, so I'm not sure why you guys can't, why it looks blurred. Okay, give me 1 sec to check it out and see. Okay. And I can so I'm not sure why you guys can't see it. Okay. I'm so sorry if you guys, if it's blurred on your end. Is the resolution low? It's at 1080. If I put it higher than that, it will kind of make, it will kind of slow down the system some. I'm so sorry. I spent so much time like working on getting my settings right and the focus, and so I am sad that it's still not focused. So weird. If I put autofocus on, it'll kind of focus in and out throughout the whole video. And it kind of is a little bit annoying. Let me see if like, can you guys see that? How it's like focusing in and out when I put the autofocus on? Let me see. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay, did it get better when I turned on the autofocus? Or is it better now? Let me know if it's better. All right, so lovers. The Little Buddha Tarot, I actually was going to, originally, I was only going to have Little Buddha and then animals from Asia in the deck. But then after a while, I was like, oh, it'd be cute to have some other little Buddhas in the deck as well. And so there is an alternate lovers card in the limited edition. That is the elephants. And so you can either use the elephants, the flamingos, or both. It's all your choice. All right, and then next we have the Chariot. The Chariot card, it's kind of self-explanatory. We got like little ponies. The only thing is the Dharma wheel here in the middle, and then the Dharma wheel represents the Eightfold Path, moral discipline, and teachings. Next, we have Strength. The Strength card, now it looks blurry on my end. I wonder what's going on. The Strength card, I have a Fu lion instead of the regular lion, which is also popular in Asia. And then we have the Hermit. We have the Hermit going into this portal. We have the chakras here and the little footsteps to show his path and how far he's come. Then we have the wheel. We got all the symbols here in the wheel, and they are all on the symbol key if you guys want to look more into it. And the meaning would still be the same as the traditional Rider-Waite Smith. So you don't really have to look into the symbols if you don't want to, but it does add some depth to the meanings if you look at the symbol key. Next, we have Justice. And then we do have an alternate Justice card with the limited edition. We have the Dragon Justice card. And this is another card that's pretty self-explanatory. I did add the black and white curtain in the back because Justice is supposed to be black and white, but then there is a ton of gray area surrounding that black and white. So I add that black and white piece for that reason. Some people talked about little Buddha's feet. So with chibi characters, they don't really have defined feet. They're more like little nubs. So that's why his feet look like that. They're not chopped off. They're just like nubs. Like they have nubs for feet. Which you also see the little nub feet here on the hangman. I do like little Buddha in this pose for the hangman. You have the enlightenment around his head. And of course, he looks a little bit more enthusiastic, I think, than the typical hangman because of the discipline and then being able to be patient. Now we have death, and there is another death card as well, an alternative in the limited edition. So this death card, I didn't want to put a skeleton on a horse and, people laid out and stuff like that. I did reimagine the death card. And I do think the meaning is still shines through, but I do have the lotus flowers. And then on the symbol key, I wrote that the lotus flowers symbolize awakening, spiritual path, and overcoming adversity. But then you have the little panda here with the X-ray, and it's kind of showing his bones, and you see the little infinity symbol, because everyone's gonna die someday, and both spiritually and physically. And we have the little tombstones in the back, and then the sun that is either rising or setting. I'm so happy it's clear now. Thank you so much. All right, then we got Temperance. Temperance is pretty standard as well. You have the body tree here on the right, and then a path to the temples, the rising or setting sun, the liquid water here, and some more little Buddha nubbed feet. The devil. All right, let's talk about this devil card because I get a lot of feedback about this devil card. It seems to disturb some people that there's a pig on the devil, and so I want to talk more about that. All right, on the traditional Rider-Waite Smith, you see a Baphomet on the devil card with the two characters from the lovers, and they're chained, and there's like fire and things and such in the card. Oops, sorry. In this devil card, you still see the fire. We have a pig butcher. And the reason why, also, I want to mention this card took me the longest to conceptualize. Like the cards that I decided to veer off from the Rider-Waite Smith took me a little while longer to conceptualize. And the devil was the very last card that was completed in the deck. The very last card, because it was so hard for me to think about it. I'm just telling my artist, like, okay, skip the devil, just skip it. And then it got to a point where she's like, okay, what are we doing with the devil? I'm like, okay, just hold off for a little while longer. But I am very happy with this devil. So we do have a pig with horns. We got a piggy with horns, and he is a butcher. So you see like little sausages and ribs and other meat here in the background. And the reason, the meaning for the devil card is like temptation and addiction and things and such, right? But I thought it would make sense to have a butcher who is a pig for the devil, because this pig is also on the food chain, right? It could be this little guy hanging up here on the wall. And so I just felt this was a great depiction for the devil. You can read further into it because in Buddhism, they don't believe in eating animals that are killed to feed them. And I'm not a vegetarian, by the way. So I am in no way trying to get people to stop eating meat, or I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm not in the business of telling people what to do with their lives. I think everyone has free will, and you do what you want, all that. Um, but it's still a part of the Buddhist culture, and so why not add it to the deck? If it's confronting, that is, I think, a good thing. I think things that are confronting kind of have us look more into ourselves, and it gives us an opportunity to learn and grow some more. So I stand by this devil card, and I'm so sorry if it disturbs anyone. I don't know how it could disturb anyone more than a Baphomet on on the traditional devil card, but yeah, I hope people are okay with that one. All right, the tower, we have a body tree that was struck by lightning, and it's being torn from the inside out. And inside the tree, there's some fire. There's fire outside as well. And then we have some of the items from the wheel hanging on the tree, some that have fallen off of the tree as well, like the begging bowl. You see the conch shell and the bell here hanging on the tree. And we have the orbs from the traditional tower represented here hanging from the tree. And I think it represents the tower very well. I just could not have people falling from the tree, particularly in this depiction, um, because this is like a kid friendly deck. So I didn't think it was appropriate to show people falling to their doom from the tree for that one. So here we have the star. We have an elephant. I thought the elephant was like perfect and so cute for the star card. Got the little bird here in the tree, the little cherry blossom trees, and then of course we have the stars from the Rider-Waite Smith. The moon. Okay, I do want to talk about this moon card as well because there were some people who didn't quite understand why there was a dream catcher on the moon, and I'm going to tell you why. So the reason why I chose a cow and a chicken for the moon card, we still have the koi fish coming out. It also speaks to the Buddhist culture of not believing in killing animals for, um, just to for you to eat. So there's that piece. And then the chicken is pecking at the dream catcher because the moon can kind of speak to nightmares and obscurity and the things that go bump in the night, right? And that's why we have the chicken pecking, kind of pecking at the dream catcher there. So there's a lot that can be read into this card. It's all up for interpretation. And then also the expression here on the moon's face. The moon is very much engaged with the environment, and I love the night scene. I love the coloring, and I think the little cow and chicken are just is so freaking cute. um, Hey, Andrew. Andrew said, I'm glad to live for this. The devil now feels like temptation to step on others with the intent to climb up the social structure. Yeah, that's a great point, Andrew. That's a great interpretation for the devil as well. There's so much to read into these cards, and that's what I love about tarot. I love how everyone just interprets the cards differently, and then it just adds more depth to the meaning. But I do need to finish that finish that book. All right, so now we have the sun. The sun is another one that has an alternative card where you select your companion in the Fool, and then you can either continue working with that companion or swap it out here at the sun with the lamb or little bison, and then the panda. This one's pretty self-explanatory. We have no naked baby. We have little Buddha here instead with the Buddhist flag. They're like really happy. They're jumping for joy. The sun expression is really happy as well. We got the big sunflowers. The sun is just really cute. Then for judgment, no naked people. We have these people here sitting on their yoga mats, and we have this Buddhist blowing the horn, and they're in their meditation poses. And of course, people meditate for enlightenment, awakening, calming of the mind, and overall working towards transcendence. Then we have the world. I did have another alternative for the world as well. And the reason why is because you could read the world with some of the figures from the other cards, like the magician, strength, etc. Or you could just have the world with the chakras aligned. This one feels a little bit more calm for me and like peaceful and I don't know if I want to say this one is cluttered, but this one just feels less cluttered than this one. So with the limited edition, you do get the choice to decide to customize your deck to have both of them or just one. And if you had both, you can read them different ways, right? So it's up to you. I like to keep mostly all the cards in the deck, but you know, it's everyone's choice how they want to customize their decks. All right, and then the Ace of Wands is pretty traditional. The Two of Wands, we have little Buddha with his headgear here. You'll see this headpiece in Tibetan Buddhism. Tibetan Buddhists do wear this headpiece. And he's got the globe, he's looking overseas. This Three of Wands, I love it so much with the astral projection. I was like really proud of thinking of this because it makes a lot of sense. So with an astral projection, it's like your spirit is traveling, not your body. And I think that works very well with the little Buddha tarot with the theme at hand. And then it also matches the meaning of the Three of Wands very well. Four of Wands is pretty traditional. Five of Wands is also traditional, except everyone looks happy, but then this kind of speaks to that it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. And we can't see the expression for these figures here, so we don't know if they're happy or not. Um, so that could be interpreted as well. Six of Wands is pretty traditional. A little, the horse is just like not here for it. Seven of Wands is traditional. Another thing I wanted to mention really quickly is that I did have some of the characters follow the story of the suit. So of course you're going to see little Buddha in all of the suits, but and other characters in all the suits as well. But for the wands, the little lamb or the bison is following the story of the suit. So you see him in the Seven of Wands, and then you see him again in the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands, which those are pretty traditional. The Page of Wands, again, pretty traditional. You will see little Buddha on all of the pages because it kind of suits the energy of the deck, that inner child energy, that playful energy that I think is synonymous with the pages. And I love this Knight of Wands. I love the coloring of it, and then also the expression of the lion's face. So cute. Oh goodness. I love this Queen of Wands. I love the coloring. I'm obsessed with black cats. Um, because people say black cats are bad luck, and I think that's weird because just because a cat is black doesn't mean it's bad luck. It's still a cat. So I really like black cats, and I think they're mysterious and really cute. King of Wands. So another thing, another little nuance that I figured might not be as obvious throughout the kings, aside from the King of Cups, you will see different forms of Buddha. So this one here on the King of Wands is called Nirvana Buddha, and Nirvana Buddha is typically depicted lying down. So that's something that you can look more into if you want. And then, of course, he has like his lion companion and the little salamander there walking by. Ace of Cups is pretty traditional. The Two of Cups, I did want to add like this figure here, like she's like sticking out her tongue, kind of teasing a little bit. And then the yin yang symbol here, the yin yang, I wanted to have red instead of the black for passion. And I think that symbol kind of adds some more depth to the image. The Three of Cups is one of my favorite cards in the deck. I love the way they're all sitting in a meditation pose, holding their cups. They're growing together. They're celebrating spiritualism together, spirituality. And I love the little cherry blossom trees and the fruits and just the scenery and the vibe from this deck. Also, I love the little headbands. The floral headbands are so cute. Four of Cups, pretty traditional. What I love most about this card is the color palette. I love the little pink cloud. I think it's so freaking cute. All right, Five of Cups, we see little Buddha here crying over spilled milk. We can't have wine in a kid friendly deck, so we did replace the wine with milk. And you still see the bridge and all the key symbols here. The bridge leading to the temple in the background. The Six of Cups is another one of my favorite cards. Generally, the cup suit is my favorite in the deck. Um, but the Six of Cups, particularly because that's like, just reminds me of my baby. You know, he's got his little passy and he has met his little friend. And he's offering his friend a cup and they're going to build a beautiful friendship and a beautiful relationship. Then you have the Seven of Cups with all the vices. We do have like the female symbol and the Dharma wheel, some mushrooms and temple snake. So you got different little things here, little vices there in the Seven of Cups. The Eight of Cups is pretty traditional. We have an expression here on the moon. I like the night scene and the colors for this card as well. The Nine of Cups is another one of my favorites. I got a thing for little Buddha on flamingo floats, and I just love how relaxed little Buddha is in this card. He's like so relaxed, just chilling. He's content and has everything he needs right now. Ten of Cups. There is an alternate Ten of Cups as well. I'll show that to you guys. Um, so this Ten of Cups is like the happy family typical Ten of Cups. I did choose kangaroos because originally I was gonna have a whole bunch of different animals from Asia, which I did add some different animals from Asia, but there were a lot more at first. And then for the alternate 10 of cups that you get in a limited edition, you see some of the characters like from the Emperor, the Empress, you got little Buddha, and then of course the little companions from the Fool card. And you see a little camera, the lemonade reference from the Five of Pentacles. You get some fruits. They're having a picnic. There are the temples in the background. And this card, I love it so much because it speaks to diverse families, just having a diverse family. And then you guys know I come from a diverse family. So this one just reminds me of my own family. And I really appreciate diversity and different cultures and just different things in general. And the Page of Cups. Oh my gosh, I love the pages in this deck so much. I wanted little Buddha to be underwater instead of just holding a cup with the fish in it. And then also this is a male seahorse who is pregnant because the Page of Cups can sometimes symbolize pregnancy, to my understanding. And so we have a pregnant male seahorse here, which I thought adds a lot of depth and meaning to the Page of Cups. The Knight of Cups, pretty standard, except he has like a little rose in his mouth to make it a little bit more romantic and cute. So freaking cute. Queen of Cups, pretty standard as well. She's not sitting on a chair. She's sitting in lotus pose on the floor. She's grounded and she just feels very approachable. I did want to have a woman who, I wanted to depict someone who was a little bit more seasoned. I don't like to use the word old. I think old is not a good word, so I like to use the word seasoned. I tell that to my grandma all the time when she's like, "Oh, I'm getting old. I'm old." I'm like, "Nah, grandma, you're not old. You're seasoned." And she always laughs at me. And then she has her little seashell necklace and her floral headband. So cute. All right, King of Cups. So the King of Cups is the only king in the deck that does not have a more traditional Buddha depicted, and that's because this is the suit. The cup suit is the suit that I feel connected to with the deck, and I think it makes it personable for the reader to see themselves in the deck throughout the cup suit, the emotions suit, and then also I'm a water sign, y'all. I'm a Cancer sun, so I had to make the cup suit a little bit more personal. And I love the rainbow in the background, and then you see little Buddha is transcending here, and you see the little shadow there on the water to show him levitating. The Ace of Swords is pretty traditional. I love the color palette there on the Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords is very similar to the Rider-Waite-Smith, except I made it a night scene, and then you have the shadow here on the side to add that depth, and then also I added a moon because I believe it's nighttime in the Two of Swords, but there is no moon a lot of times when it's nighttime. So I thought the moon supports the meaning of the Two of Swords. Three of Swords is very traditional. The Four of Swords, usually you see someone that they look like they're kind of in a coffin and they were put to rest. But in this one, little Buddha is resting. He's got his lotus flower bed sheets, um, and a little Dharma wheel with the Om symbol in the window. Five of Swords, you see little panda taunting his friends there, and he's kind of like, na 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 boo boo. It's so cute. Six of Swords, you get to see our characters a little bit more up close and personal as they are being ferried into less tumultuous waters. I love the little dragon boat. I think it really speaks to the theme. Also, the sky, it looks like it's about to rain here in the sky with the gray sky. This is another one of my favorite cards, the Seven of Swords. I love this little ninja panda um, who is in stealth mode. He has retrieved some swords. We don't know where he took them from or why, but he's kind of like a thief in the night, little ninja action going on. And you have the dragon. There's a celebration going on, and so everyone's distracted while little panda is on his mission retrieving those swords. I love these little glowing lanterns that are rising through the sky, and those speak to that celebration as well. Eight of Swords is very traditional. Not much different going on there. The Nine of Swords. All right, this card, I like it a lot. I love it so much, actually, because I like the astrological symbols in the background. I also like this like galaxy print, and then you can see the sword fight going on with little pandas here. We lose a little bit of it with the title, but we do get the idea with the little panda there having a sword fight. The Ten of Swords. This deck is meant to be kid friendly, so I couldn't make the Ten of Swords too gory. So it does kind of look like stuff animally, instead of like stabbing a real panda with like blood or anything showing. Page of Swords, love it. We got little Buddha with his little nerd socks. He's got his pen, pencil in his little shirt, a little magnifying glass with his glasses. So funny. So he's taking an extra look into everything, into learning. And then here we have the Knight of Swords, another one of my favorite cards in the deck. I love the clouds, and this Knight of Swords just has a lot of playful energy. The Queen of Swords is White Tara. She looks so gorgeous. Uh, and White Tara, I love these little blue butterflies. I recommend you guys look into White Tara and White Tara, Green Tara, and Blue Tara as they all appear throughout the deck. King of Swords, you got some orange butterflies, and the King of Swords is Teaching Buddha. So you guys can look up Teaching Buddha if you want to get some more information about that. But Teaching Buddha represents wisdom, understanding, and those things are synonymous with the King of Swords. His intellect and ability to strategize. Then you have Ace of Pentacles, little Ganesh holding out the coin there. Pretty traditional. I love the coloring. Two of Swords, you see little Buddha again with his headpiece there. A lot of times the Tibetan Buddhists would wear this headgear during like ceremonies and things and such. Three of Pentacles, you see little Buddha and friends building like a house. They're building like a little house. It's so cute. Little Panda's got the plan over here. He's like directing them what to do, and then little Buddha standing on the stool is like nailing down those pentacles. They got some paint, they got some nails, they got some boards, and they're working together to get the job done. We got little Ganesh here with the Four of Pentacles, being in control and very aware of resources. Five of Pentacles, we have little Buddha. I love this card so much. This is usually not a happy card. But here we got little Buddha. He's trying to sell lemonade in the snow. And there's the stained glass window in the background. It's probably not a good idea to be selling lemonade in the snow. And then the lemonade is like frozen. And then they both are so freaking cute. He's got his little scarf on, but it's freezing, and I love that card. Six of Pentacles is pretty traditional, but we got some big cats here in the card. The Pentacle suit is mostly followed by little Ganesh. Then you have a little panda with the Seven of Pentacles, pretty traditional. I love this little hat. Eight of Pentacles, little Buddha working hard there, pretty traditional. Same with the Nine of Pentacles, also very traditional. You got a little bird there with some, looks like some little glasses on. And Ganesh is not wearing a glove. That is to be noted. This Ten of Pentacles is very special because it speaks to that legacy of family. We see the family tree with some labels for different family members, and you see some incense here, and just like this is supposed to be an altar. So you have an altar with the family tree, you're honoring family, and then the Buddha statue. Love this Page of Pentacles. So freaking cute. We got a little Boy Scout. He's got his little badges. He's learning how to be a business Buddha, a business baby. He's learning how a business works and selling cookies, and he's just very enthusiastic to learn the trade. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. I love this little hat. These little hats are just so freaking cute. And then little Buddha and little Panda, they have like these little sandals on, and they're just taking their time working towards their goals at a steady pace. Queen of Pentacles, traditional, but we have a pink bunny sitting on the cushion with her to represent that abundance. And then you see some little cute little flowers here, and the wheat from the Empress card. And I love this card. She just looks so cute. Her head is shaved. She's just so cute. Beautiful. All right, and then we have the King of Pentacles, which this is known as Happy Buddha, Serenity Buddha, or Ho Tai. This Buddha is always depicted with a happy face. I won't say always, but mostly always depicted with a happy face, and represents abundance and prosperity. And then we do see that supported with the fruits in the background. He's got his bowl of fruits. He's got his coin. He's got everything that he needs. All right. And so this is the standard edition, or the first edition. And then I'll loop in the limited edition here so you guys can see the backs. But I did want to talk a little bit about the different card depictions, or the extra cards that I included in the limited edition. Gotta put them back in order because I took them out of order. But the first extra card that is included in the Little Buddha Tarot is the Fool. So, what makes the limited edition special, and I just want to say that both editions are very special. You don't need to get the limited edition. It's just if you want to have the extras that come with the deck. But the standard edition, it comes in a very sturdy, beautiful magnetic box. The quality is the same as the limited edition. It just doesn't have all the extras. It's just a tarot, the push kitty standard of a tarot deck. It also has like the beautiful edging. Like this edging color is beautiful. Matches the backs very well. It has a very happy vibe to that one. But the limited edition, you get to choose. There's like a bazillion ways that this deck could be customized. I have the number listed on my website. It's a very long number. Um, but basically, you get to choose and customize the deck the way you want it, which is a unique experience for a tarot deck. So you can choose the Fool that you want. If you want to go with the panda is kind of warning Buddha, and or if you want to go with the lamb or the little bison's like warning him too. You do have the butterfly, and then of course there is no need for a knapsack because little Buddha doesn't need any earthly possessions. The next double card you have is the High Priestess. So the limited edition does come with this extra owl High Priestess. And this is the original High Priestess that was going to be in the deck. And then I later changed it to the Blue Tara High Priestess and added um, the astrology piece in the background there. The constellations, that's what it is. I was like, I couldn't think of the word for the dipper and all that stuff earlier in the video, but these are called constellations. So I added that, the pillars and whatnot later on. This was the original High Priestess with the owl, which this figure alone to me with the twinkles in the eyes just feels very High Priestessy, because we know the owl is all about wisdom, or the owl symbolizes wisdom. And I love the color. I love how this chair is made of sand, and I love the Om symbol here on the High Priestess as well. Then we have the Empress. There is an extra green Tara Empress in the limited edition card, and green Tara is all about abundance and fertility and all that good stuff. You guys can look up green Tara, blue Tara, and white Tara, which they all appear in the limited edition Little Buddha Tarot. Then we have the extra lovers card. Also, I wanted to note that I keep both Empresses in my deck, in my limited edition deck, because these Empress cards are very different for me. Like this is the mother aspect of the Empress, and then this is the feminine aspect of the Empress that doesn't necessarily have to be a mother or a woman, right? Because everyone has a balance of masculine and feminine energy. So this could very well not represent a female, but just feminine energy in general. And then this one feels like very mama nurturing for me. Then we have the lovers alternate cards. I love both of these. I love how they both make a heart. That was very intentional. I wanted a heart shape to be made for the lovers, and then little Buddha there as the angel. You guys can choose whichever one you like better for that. Then Justice card. This was the original Justice card. But then I had went back and said it kind of felt, I was like, I don't know if I want to have all these random animals in the deck, and I couldn't decide. And when I can't decide, I'm like, okay, they're gonna get both because I like options, and I just think options are great. So you guys can further customize your decks with that. The Death card, another one. So this is the original Death card. I had a Phoenix, and I was like thinking like, I don't know if I want to have a phoenix. Maybe I should keep some of the other characters that I've used throughout the deck so it can be a little bit more consistent or cohesive. And then there are some people who don't need to see the same characters to feel like the deck is cohesive. And so I also keep both of these death cards in the deck and I read them differently. Then, hey, Psychic Cindy. Oh, yeah, thank you. I never did a video explaining the little Buddha tarot, so I was like, I need to get that done. All right, so the Sun card, you also see the companions from the Fool again in the Sun, and then you can decide to take which companion you want on your journey toward the world with you. And then we have the World card. I talked about this one earlier, but this World card has some of the other characters like strength energy and then the magician energy, and then you have the Fool or Sun energy at the tops and bottoms. Um full Sun particularly in the standard deck, or full Sun in the limited edition, whatever you choose. But this World card is not as cluttered. There's a lot less going on, but the most important things is the alignment of the chakras, and then of course we see Asia and that other side of the world. We don't see North America here on the globe, which I thought was very important. And then the Ten of Cups, um, the last alternate card that you get. I like to keep them both because I read them differently. This one is like more traditional family, and then this one is diverse family, and the family that we choose, and just kind of being accepting and diversity and all that good stuff. We got a camera. This one's a little bit more modern with the camera. You see the lemonade from the Five of Pentacles to show overcoming um, obstacles, and you see the fruits from the Empress. And I just really love the message for this Ten of Cups card. And then the limited edition Little Buddha Tarot also includes the Three Wise Buddhas card, which I think is great. I love this card so much, and I just couldn't have the deck be without the see, hear, speak, no evil um, aspect of this card. All right, and that's all I got. I think I covered everything. Wow. It took how long we've been? It's been an hour, a little over an hour. Um, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can drop them in the chat. I can hang out for a little if there are any questions. But yeah, this is the Little Buddha Tarot. This is my very first deck. I can't believe I actually finished it. Like when it was finished, I cried a lot through the process of making this deck. I'm like a whole crybaby. Oh my gosh. I was like just couldn't believe the evolution of like just having an idea and then seeing it through till the end. It was just so special, and this deck is just so close to my heart. And an honorable mention, I'll just bring the little Buddha Oracle in. Maybe I'll shuffle some cards and show you guys how you can work with the little Buddha Oracle. It pairs perfectly with the little Buddha Tarot, of course. um, Grab it. It's right here. Little Buddha Oracle. I love how the edging of the cards all. I think these are all the colors from my brand, like the pink, orangey, yellow, and blue. So I was like really happy that they all came together with the little Buddha um, projects. But the little Buddha pairs very well with the little Buddha Oracle. The character is a little bit different. The character in A Little Buddha Oracle is more closer to this character. This is Amir's avatar, so it's a little bit closer to the original concept of Little Buddha, which is this image that you see here. And we kind of made him a little bit more, his head a little bigger and his body a little more chubby in the tarot, but it's still pretty similar. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle in. Let's start with an oracle card. I work with oracle cards differently. Like sometimes I'll pull one oracle card. Sometimes I'll pull two. I have one in the beginning and then the end of the reading or the middle of the reading. Oh, I love the Three Wise Buddhas. I take it also as a truth card. Oh, thank you so much, Cindy. Yeah, that's a good way to think about the Three Wise Buddhas. It is about truth. All the cards in my Yes, me too. I keep all the cards in there. I feel so bad because my deck is like all chunky because I keep all the cards in it, but I have different meanings for them. So when I see like a particular fool or a particular justice, then I'm like, okay, I think about the intentions behind that one. Done a great job on this deck and they have amazing energy. Oh, thank you so much, Cindy. I really appreciate that. Oh yeah, the tiles. Oh man, I used to bring my deck with me everywhere, and I would feel shy using them in public because I didn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable or be obnoxious for people who somehow associate tarot with the devil. But I'm just like shuffling over here on the side. But yeah, I love those tiles. I take them with me everywhere and I use them like so discreetly. I think that's the best thing about them. So let's see what we got. Keep going. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so let's get us a tarot card. Oh gosh, this isn't. Oh no, perfect. So the limited edition deck is not in order, which is great. Let's see, if we get limited edition, can we get all the cards or do we have to pick? Yeah, so with the limited edition, you get all the cards. You get all the cards. Yep. Yeah, thanks, Cindy. Yeah, you get all the cards with the limited edition. And then of course like the symbol key, and then it also comes with the companion booklet. I'm so glad that the limited is not in order because this is the one that I use all the time. And I was like, I'm not putting this thing back in order. I'm just gonna show the other one. So let's see what we got. We got we got two. That is so weird that those two cards come out together because this thing is not in order. Let me look at it again. Yeah, that is so crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna leave it because the deck was not in order. So it came out this way. I'm just gonna leave it like that. All right, and then let's get one more oracle card and pop it in at the end. The Queen and Knight of Pentacles. That is so crazy. I still get, no matter how many readings I do, I still get blown away by the readings that I get, or when the tarot does something weird and I'm like, come on, guides. Okay. Our closer. Spread love. Oh my gosh, yes. All right, so there's always like a bazillion ways to interpret the cards, but when you see keep going, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and then moving into the Queen of Pentacles and then the Knight of Pentacles and then spread love. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. um yeah, so let's say I'll show some more cards too, just so you can see like how they look when they're laid out. These are the next cards. So you have what you feel you attract, Buddha. And then you have Four of Wands, Page of Cups. Mistakes become roadmaps. Make adjustments to find a new direction. Okay, let's keep it going. We got water it like a delicate flower. And the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. We got the Two of Cups and the Six of Wands. Water it like a delicate flower. That's so funny. So that could be talking about watering your relationships, because we know that when we have a relationship, we have to continue to pour into it for it to stay healthy. And so you're watering your relationship like a delicate flower, because it is a flower. It's always growing, and you don't want your relationship to just be stagnant, right? Then it kind of gets boring. So I think that works very well with the Two of Cups. And then the Six of Wands and the mind is everything, what you think you become. That you can read a lot into that too. you know? I just love how there's so many ways to interpret the tarot. And then we'll just do one more. Let's see, we got frown less, smile more into the High Priestess. This is another Buddha quote. Frown less, smile more into the High Priestess. And then Nine of Cups. What we do today is what matters most. Little Buddha here with his little cape on. Every time I talk about the little Buddha tarot, everything is just little. I'm just like, oh, look at the little flamingo float and the little, the little pomegranates, and everything is just little with the little Buddha tarot. I'm your biggest champion. Yeah, tell everyone about your little Buddha tarot. Oh, thank you so much, Cindy. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous before I shared it with everyone. I was like, I have no idea if people are actually gonna like this deck. Like, it's a lot of pressure. Um, like before I started making tarot decks, I was already a collector. I have a bazillion decks, you guys. Let me tell you, a bazillion. And I had like a newfound respect and admiration for tarot creators after I started making decks, because it's a lot of pressure and it's really hard. It takes confidence to share your work with the world and then not know if people are gonna like it. It's so like it's a lot of pressure. And then especially when you base your project off of like an idea or something that you really love, you just kind of feel like, oh my gosh, what if nobody likes it? And I'm just so happy that people like the deck. And thank you so much, Cindy. I really appreciate it. That makes me so happy. I'm gonna be so happy for the rest of the day. um, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I know this one was a long one. And this video is like long overdue. I just got my YouTube up and running because last year was so busy for me. It was a really busy year um, last year because I was working on a lot of projects. And then I got a new job at the end of the year, and then I was working on fulfillment, and I'm still working on fulfillment. I'm waiting for my supply to be replenished. But last year was really, really busy. So this year I kind of got more time to work on like my YouTube and some other goals that I have. So I'm so happy for that. And thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, you're the best. I think I got you on Instagram, right, Cindy? I'm pretty sure I follow you on Instagram. Alrighty, and I'm sorry you guys can hear the music in the background. This microphone is like really sensitive. But thanks again so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.